Across the world, in the shadows of history, lie the remnants of civilizations that once thrived, and then vanished without a trace. From the legendary kingdom of Atlantis to the towering cities of the Maya, these ancient societies built wonders beyond their time. They mastered trade, science, and even advanced engineering. But then, something happened. How did entire civilizations disappear? Was it war, climate change, disease, or something far more mysterious? In this special series, we'll explore 7 of history's greatest lost civilizations, uncover the strange clues they left behind, and dive deep into the theories surrounding their downfall. Each lost civilization holds secrets waiting to be uncovered. Could their stories hold warnings for our own future? Or could they reveal knowledge long forgotten by time? Join us on this journey as we step back in time and unlock the secrets of the unknown. First, we journey deep into the Arabian desert, where endless dunes stretch far into the horizon, hiding secrets buried for centuries. Our focus? A lost city, often referred to as the Atlantis of the Sands, Ubar. This mythical city, a symbol of prosperity and pride, is said to have vanished overnight, swallowed by the desert itself. How could such a thriving hub of civilization simply disappear without a trace? And what truly happened to Ubar? Prepare yourself, mystery lovers, for a tale where history, myth, and the power of nature become intertwined in a narrative as enigmatic as the sands that hide its secrets. In ancient Arabia, stories were told of a magnificent city brimming with wealth and grandeur. Known as Ubar, or Irem of the Pillars, it was believed to be a bustling trade hub, recognized for its role in the lucrative frankincense trade, a commodity more valuable than gold at the time. Caravans constantly flowed in and out of Ubar, carrying this precious resin to far-off lands. But Ubar was more than just a city of riches. It was a city of power. Legend says its towering pillars soared above the desert, symbolizing its unmatched wealth and prominence. Yet its beauty and prosperity were fleeting. One fateful day, the city was reportedly swallowed up by the sands, leaving an empty void where life had once thrived. Was Ubar the victim of a cruel twist of nature? Or was its demise a cautionary tale of hubris and the wrath of divine powers? The answers, it seems, are as elusive as the desert winds. The tale of Ubar has been passed down for generations, often evolving with each retelling. In ancient Arabic texts and oral traditions, it is referred to as a city of immense indulgence. One version of the story recounts Ubar as a place of arrogance, where its people grew too proud of their wealth and refused to heed divine warnings. As punishment, a great calamity befell the city, either a monstrous sandstorm or an earthquake, and the land devoured it whole. Others see Ubar as a symbol of humanity's impermanence, a reminder that even the greatest achievements can crumble into dust. Throughout history, Ubar has been immortalized in literature, like the verses of the Quran, which describe the lost city as a land of insurmountable beauty and oppressive power, ultimately brought low by divine justice. For centuries, Ubar lived not in ruins, but in legend, an alluring mystery whispered about by poets, desert travelers, and adventurers alike. To understand what might have swallowed Ubar, we must first look to its environment. The desert surrounding Ubar is one of the most extreme and unforgiving places on Earth. Known as the Rub al-Khali, or the Empty Quarter, it is the largest continuous sand desert in the world. In this arid expanse, the winds have dominion over the land. They sculpt dunes that can tower hundreds of feet high, erasing entire landscapes with every gust. Beneath the surface lies a volatile layer, hidden sinkholes, soft sand, and patches of unstable ground. For any civilization to thrive here, its survival would depend on reliable water sources and an intimate understanding of the desert's dangers. Could Ubar have been doomed by the very environment that once allowed it to prosper? Did the sands shift and smother its structures, leaving no trace behind? Theories about what led to Ubar's vanishing act range from plausible to otherworldly. Let's explore some of the possibilities. One theory suggests that the settlement simply overextended itself. As a trade hub dependent on water wells and palm groves, Ubar might have depleted its natural resources over time. Without water, its population would have had no choice but to abandon the city, leaving it vulnerable to encroaching sand. Others lean on the idea of a cataclysmic event. A massive sinkhole may have opened beneath the city, swallowing its structures and forcing its people to flee. Evidence of such sinkholes has been found in similar areas of the Rub al-Khali, lending credibility to this possibility. Then, there's the mythological explanation. Ancient texts often attribute Ubar's downfall to divine punishment. If the city was indeed real, perhaps its dramatic demise was retold with exaggerations, morphing a natural disaster into a moral warning. And finally, there's the romantic idea of a lost civilization hidden under layers of sand, waiting to be rediscovered. Could Ubar still be out there, perfectly preserved beneath the shifting dunes? For centuries, Ubar's story was confined to the realm of myth. Explorers and adventurers desperate to uncover the truth faced countless obstacles, from the desert's harsh conditions to the lack of historical records. But modern archaeology and technology introduced a new chapter to the saga of Ubar. In the early 1990s, a team of researchers and archaeologists made headlines when they announced what they believed to be the discovery of Ubar. Using satellite imaging, they identified a series of ancient caravan routes converging on a site in Oman. Excavations at the site revealed the ruins of a settlement, complete with fortifications and signs of long-distance trade. Was this Ubar? The evidence was compelling, but not definitive. Skeptics argued that the ruins could belong to any one of the ancient trade hubs in the region. Some pointed out that the settlement seemed too small to match the grandeur described in legends. Still, the discovery reignited interest in Ubar, proving that even the oldest myths might hold grains of truth. Despite modern findings, the tale of Ubar remains an enigma. Scholars are divided on whether the discovered site truly belonged to the Atlantis of the sands, or if the true city might yet lie buried deeper in the desert. The inconsistencies between different versions of the story only deepen the puzzle. Some describe Ubar as a sprawling metropolis, while archaeological evidence points to a smaller settlement. Was the legend exaggerated, or does this simply mean there is more to uncover? But perhaps the greatest allure of Ubar is its ability to straddle the line between myth and history. The city's mystique lies not only in what we know about it, but also in what we may never know. Its story forces us to confront the limits of human understanding in the face of nature's vast and shifting power. Even in its absence, Ubar has left an enduring legacy. Its mythology has inspired countless stories, films, and expeditions, cementing its place in popular culture. The mystery of a city swallowed by the desert captivates our primal fascination with the unknown, an eternal reminder that some secrets refuse to be fully uncovered. For storytellers, Ubar represents a metaphor as much as a physical place. It is a tale of greed and downfall, a lesson in humility before the forces that govern our world. From cinematic depictions to thrilling novels, Ubar remains alive in our collective imagination. It captures what we all yearn for: a connection to the past, answers to the unknown, and the thrill of discovery. And so the story of Ubar ends here. Or does it? The city buried by sand, washed by time, continues to tease us with its mysteries. Was it brought down by nature's fury, divine wrath, or human arrogance? Or does its legend simply cloak a more mundane truth? In exploring Ubar, we find ourselves drawn into a story where fact and fiction dance together, shifting like the desert dunes themselves. Whatever the truth may be, one thing remains certain. Ubar's mystique is timeless, a puzzle for the ages. So, the next time you gaze upon a desolate desert or read a tale of ancient legends, remember Ubar. Somewhere, beneath the sands, its forgotten walls might still remain. Or perhaps its story lives on only in whispers, passed from one dreamer to the next. The mystery of Ubar may never be solved, And maybe that's what makes it so intriguing. If history has taught us anything, it's that no civilization is immune to nature's power. Even today, rising deserts threaten to bury modern cities. Could we be witnessing the next great vanishing act before our eyes? Ubar isn't alone. There are countless other lost cities buried beneath deserts across the world. Iram of the Pillars, mentioned in the Quran, described as a grand city of tall towers lost beneath the sands of Arabia. Paititi, a rumored golden city hidden in the Amazon, possibly buried under jungle rather than sand. The lost Persian army, a force of 50,000 soldiers that disappeared in an Egyptian sandstorm, never seen again. What do you think? Did these cities truly disappear overnight, or were they lost over centuries, forgotten until the sands finally erased their presence? Do you want us to dwell into another enigma? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Before we move to the next mystery, if you love uncovering the world's strangest riddles, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode of Secrets of the Unknown.